In 2 weeks, we'll be celebrating the festival of Shavuot, which commemorates the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai. And one of the customs which actually we'll be observing this year, participating in this year, is the all-night study of Torah. There's a program put together by the seminary. I've been invited to give a presentation. That says Cantor Geller, by the way. And obviously, when you study the Torah, you study the teachings of Judaism, you can reach a very high and abstract level of thinking and sophistication. But a person who reminds us that that shouldn't only be our goal is the late Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, Zichrono Livracha. Heschel, of course, wrote some of the most elevated prose on Jewish topics in any context, and particularly his monograph, The Sabbath, is arguably the most significant monograph of the 20th century, the best written in the English language. But Heschel was also famous for his friendship with Dr. King and his collaboration with Dr. King in the struggle for civil rights. And in his book, which is entitled The Insecurity of Freedom, he reminds us that the Torah is not just about abstractions, and here's what he says in Insecurity of Freedom. The teaching of Judaism is the theology of the common deed. God is concerned with everydayness, with the trivialities of life. The prophet's field of concern is not the mysteries of heaven, the glories of eternity, but the blights of society and the affairs of the marketplace. So what Heschel meant, I think, is that it was all well and good to understand the principles and foundational ideas of the Torah and the associated teachings. But ultimately, the goal of the Jewish people was to apply those teachings to create a better world, l'taken olam b'malchut Shaddai, to perfect the world in the image of God's kingship. And that is a thought that should be very central to us as we reimagine society in our own day. This is Rabbi Scott Hoffman. I wish you in advance Chag Sameach.